There's a little ancient-looking house in what used to be a quiet Italian town called Loreto. Catholics claim it's the very house where the Virgin Mary once lived in Nazareth. Inside, there's even a room that's said to be the room of the Annunciation, the moment when the angel told Mary she would be the mother of Jesus. It's been a pilgrimage site since the Middle Ages and is considered one of the most important Marian shrines in the Catholic world. But how on earth did a house from Nazareth end up in Italy? To deal with this mystery, Catholics came up with the only logical explanation. Angels picked it up, flew it thousands of miles across the sky, made a few stopovers in small towns along the way, and then finally decided Loreto would be a nice place to set it down. Later, a shrine was built around the house, and you can still visit it today. The house, however, hasn't just been a matter of legend. It's been studied and examined for centuries, even by modern experts and archaeologists. And what they found doesn't fit the idea of it being just a medieval hoax. The limestone? Not from Italy. There's no quarry in the region that matches. The mortar? It's 1st century Palestinian mortar, not Italian. The stones? They even carry early Christian graffiti, matching inscriptions found in the Holy Land. The evidence suggests this really might be the house from Nazareth. And yet, it first appeared in Loreto in the 13th century. In 1871, Professor Giuseppe Ratti of Rome compared stone and mortar samples from the Holy House with those from Nazareth. The results were striking. Identical in composition, but completely different from Italian building materials. The stones contained calcium and magnesium carbonates with ferruginous clay, typical of Nazareth. The mortar was lime or chalk mixed with vegetable charcoal, a Palestinian method never used in Italy. And local builders in Loreto didn't even use stone at the time, they built with brick. The construction of his house then appears to be a very elaborate 13th century hoax, where the builders went to extreme lengths to replicate not only the style of construction, but sourced actual foreign materials from the Middle East in order to deceive 20th century scientists who might employ previously unimaginable dating technology to test the authenticity of the work. However, there's something else that's hard to explain. The house has no foundation. A papal investigation in 1751 under Pope Benedict XIV confirmed that the Holy House rests directly on unprepared ground, partially over a road and partially over a ditch, without any foundation at all. Hallmarks of the careless nature of 13th century unionized angels. Meanwhile, in Nazareth, archaeologists found foundations with dimensions that matched the Loreto house exactly. A delegation measured them and confirmed the correspondence. So if it isn't a fraud, how did it get to Loreto? Angels, of course, are hard to pin down. They work their own hours and are famously uncooperative with historians. Which leaves another possibility. Historical records from the 13th century mention the Angeli family, a Byzantine noble family whose name just happens to mean angels in both Greek and Italian. After the fall of the Crusader states, the Angeli may have physically transported the stones by ship from the Holy Land to Italy. So if this was indeed the case, how did the movers manage to bring the house intact all the way from Nazareth? Leave your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to hear more stories like this, please like and subscribe.